Oof, another rough day for stocks today, guys. We're down across the board, heading into the FOMC statement, the press conference tomorrow, and most importantly, the Fed funds rate decision. Are we going to get a rate cut? Are we going to get a rate hike, right? We have to cover that in this video, and we're going to break down the indexes here, a couple of stocks I'm watching, what I'm doing in this market. But first, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe and follow along for more content and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Deposit at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks. So if you guys want 30 free stocks, use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Take a sip of your coffee, guys. You might as well. You're going to need it for this video. And let's dive into it. So the S&P right now, looking at SPY, is down 1.2%. QQQ, get ready for this, guys, is down 2% right now. And by the way, it's about 11. It's actually 11:11 a.m. Look at that. That's a lucky sign. Maybe this is the bottom. Probably not. Probably not. But QQQ is down 2%. The Dow's down about 0.75%, not too bad, but the Russell is down 1.1 as the VIX is up a whopping 8%. And the flight to safety assets, gold and silver, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but they're hitting highs, especially gold. Gold keeps hitting all-time highs. We're at $3,030 an ounce, which is insane. Gold has been on a heater the last couple of months. I don't talk about it too much, honestly, guys, really at all these days, but I actually own gold. I'm a fan of gold. I don't have a ton of gold in my portfolio, right? But I do believe everybody should have some exposure, and this is exactly why. I mean, look at the chart. It's been up, and away for months and years at this point, right? And silver, I don't know if silver is at a high. Well, it's not. I mean, the all-time high for silver is $50, right? $50 an ounce. I forget when that hit. I think in '08, right? Yeah, 2011, coming out of '08, we hit $50 an ounce. We also hit it back in the '80s, right? There's a lot of price manipulation going on with silver. We're not going to get into that in this video, but the point is, VIX is up, volatility's up, flight to safety assets is real. You know, gold's killing it, silver's killing it, and we're getting a sell-off in equities, the stock market, because of tomorrow, the uncertainty, what's going to happen, what the heck is Jerome Powell going to say in the press conference, the Q&A. It's going to be an interesting day, and at this point, we are getting rejected at the 50 SMA here on SPY on the 4-hour time frame. You guys see it right here, and the same thing's going on QQQ. You guys see down about 2%. We tried to break out of the 50 SMA on this time frame, but we failed, and now we're dumping down again, potentially going down to the lows from last week, right? We hit about 465, 467. So QQQ, man, SPY, they're getting hit. They're getting hit again, and it seems like the downtrend is continuing, and this is exactly why I locked in my gains on my NVIDIA call options. Do you guys remember that on Friday? It was a safe bet, and this is exactly why I did it, because the market had a great day Friday, but it wasn't fully breaking out yet, and the risk for a drop, another drop on Friday, was real, you know. And now NVIDIA, on a side tangent here, look, it's at 116. I think when I sold those calls, the stock was at 121. Now we're at 116, down 2.5–3% on the day. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what you have to do in this market, man. If you're up on a trade, right, a short-term trade especially, lock in those gains. If you're feeling like the market's a bit overbought in the short term, maybe the rally is a bull trap, don't be scared to lock in gains. That's what I did here on NVIDIA right at this point, and now look at where we're at, right? So that's the kind of market we're in. If you're up on a trade, don't be scared to lock in the gains. Let me now show you guys what's going on with these predictions for the Fed funds rate. Again, that's tomorrow, Wednesday at 2 p.m. East Coast time. We're getting the Fed funds rate decision and the statement, and then at 2:30 p.m. we are getting the We're getting the press conference, which is actually the most important thing, because that's where we get to see Powell, his thoughts, what the FOMC is thinking, the Q&A, yada, yada, yada. You guys know the drill. We've been covering this for years at this point, right? So look at this, 2 p.m. Again, Fed funds rate, which you guys can see. The Fed funds rate measures the interest rate at which depository institutions lend balances held at the Federal Reserve to other depository institutions overnight. And where is it at now, guys? Well, it's at 4.5%. And where is it expected to remain or be, right, after tomorrow? Well, 4.5%. It's not changing. We're not getting a hike or a cut. It'd be nuts if we got a rate hike at this point, and it'd be nuts if we got a cut. Although Donald Trump, the president, he wants a cut, let's be honest. I don't know if he's come out and straight up said it yet, but he wants rates to go down. I think he's forcing Powell's hand a little bit, potentially. We covered that in recent videos, and rate cuts are good overall for a struggling economy. It stimulates business. It stimulates more borrowing. Think about it. I mean, if rate cuts, or if the Fed funds rate came down from 4.5% to like 3%, for example, mortgage rates would come down big time. Demand for mortgages will go up. People that are on the sidelines with a bunch of cash waiting to buy a home or put a down payment, they're now going to be, they're going to have the green light to do so. And it's good for small businesses. Rates coming down, very good for small businesses, because, they're borrowing money, and small businesses don't have as much money as these conglomerates, and the lower the rate, the better for them in terms of their, borrowing costs. So, yeah, I mean, Trump wants cuts. A lot of people want cuts. But what we don't want are rates to be cut severely prematurely, right? And the Fed's done a great job of, not cutting rates aggressively. I mean, we got that 50 basis point cut a couple months ago. We got the 25 basis point, right? But we haven't really had many since, in a little bit here. And kudos to Powell, because, again, the last thing we want to do is cut rates severely at this point with the tariff situation going on, which is already inflationary. So rates coming down could cause inflation to go up as well. So that's a double whammy. We don't want that. And that's kind of what Powell is trying to avoid at this point. So 2 p.m., again, is when we're getting the Fed funds rate, and 2:30 p.m. is the press conference, which it looks like here. Does it give us kind of a prediction on this tab? I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and of course, I'll make more content tomorrow here on YouTube, on Facebook. I put these videos on Facebook now, and of course, short videos on TikTok, on Instagram. Make sure to, follow me on all those platforms down below, guys. We're actually growing a lot on Instagram and TikTok these days, and Facebook. I don't know what the heck's going on, but the algorithm is in my favor on those platforms. Finally, I mean, I've been posting on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok's always been good for me, but Facebook and Instagram, those have not. They've been stubborn, but now the algorithm is in my favor, so make sure to go follow me on all the platforms, guys, linked down below. And in terms of my buying, what I'm doing in the stock market right now, I'm doing what I've always done. I'm buying stocks that I love, that I'm holding for the long term, that I've actually held for the long term already. I'm not buying any new stocks, or I haven't bought any new stocks during this drop, really. I've just been adding to my existing positions. I bought more CrowdStrike recently at like 305. That was a great buy. Not to toot my own horn, considering now it's at 360. So I bought that dip on CrowdStrike. Alphabet, I bought more yesterday. I'm actually down on that. On those shares I bought, Alphabet's getting squashed down to 160 now. I think I bought it like 165. But I'll buy more in due time, right? Alphabet I've owned for years. I'm going to buy more. I bought more AMD. This is one that's a bit controversial. I get some comments. Stas, what are you doing? I got a comment yesterday. Somebody said, AMD, he said, advanced money destroyer, and that I kind of laughed at that, I'm not gonna lie, because it has been a money destroyer. If you bought AMD at any point in the last couple of months, or at this point, year and a half, right? Yeah, pretty much, right? You'd be down a lot, and that's true. I mean, it's been a money destroyer in the short term, that is, but the $1 million question is, where's it going to be in 3 to 5 years? I think it's going to be a lot higher. So yes, it might be the advanced advanced money destroyer now, but I think I'll profit nicely over the coming years on this stock, or not. I mean, hey, it might go to zero. You never know. But I'm in this one. It's about 5% of my portfolio. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I'm in this one. I am down. My average now is like 120. I was able to get it down. I started buying in the 150s. Yeah, I mean, you guys probably remember. And I've been buying all the way down. Now my average is 120. And I'm not going to continue, buying it and be crazy and build it up to like 20% of my portfolio. There's going to be a point where I cap it, right? But it's not yet. That time has not come yet. But overall, guys, that's kind of what I'm doing. Those are some thoughts here on the indexes. It looks like the downtrend is continuing. VIX is up. Flight to safety assets are up. And that's how we're looking. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe, guys, and follow along for more content and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Use that link down below or go to stasurfs.com/Moomoo. Deposit at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Guys, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer, so get on it. Again, use that link down below or go to stasurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.